the Raiders, I know Ricky won the competition with the Roosters in 2002. I think this year, it's just about his finest
coaching performance up to this date.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yep. One thing I really like about what Ricky and the Raiders are doing is they have this strong, experienced forward pack that have been doing let's be honest, they've been doing those things for the last couple of years. Yeah. Tarpany, Papali'i. Horsburgh's gone to another level this year. But then these young outside backs have really taken their game to another level.
Yeah.
And I think the key to it, and I know he's leaving, but is Jamal Fogarty's kicking game and decision-making. Like he doesn't overplay his hand ever, but he keeps that team on track.
Yeah.
On track. It's good halfback play for an older guy who probably doesn't have the speed and the footwork to break open a line like a Metcalf or a Clear or something like that. But he's doing a lot of the work behind the scenes to keep that whole operation humming.
He binds everything together. It's a little bit like we've spoken about Adam Reynolds before he arrived at the Broncos. The Broncos had all this talent, but had no one to bind it all together. You could see Fogarty did that. And, and fair play to him and Ricky. Could have been a difficult week, with distraction, with him signing elsewhere. But we spoke to him after he kicked the winning golden point, and he was really chipper.
Yeah.
But the improvement and the development of the young players in this side is tribute to Ricky.
Yep.
KO Weeks. I've seen KO play quite a bit when he was coming through the grades at Manly, and he couldn't quite find his stride there, couldn't quite get traction, but he is here. Matty Nicholson.
Yeah.
Nicholson is a special player.
That try to send it to golden point in tough conditions, bucketing down with rain, Nicholson runs a little sort of outline on Cameron Munster and just has the ball in two hands and pops it up to KO Weeks, who was anticipating it.
Yeah.
He saw the space and pushed straight through. And for him to take on Pappenhausen one-on-one, I think that play with the game on the line sums up exactly where Ricky and the Raiders are at.
Yeah.
If they can find the belief to play like that for the next 15 weeks, I'll tell you what. Poof.
As you know, mate, wins like even last week, that Dolphins, when the first half they were horrible, but the second half they just come out and just blitzed and win the second half 30-0, and then to beat the Melbourne Storm. And all that effort to beat the Dolphins the week before, there's often times you can exhale, particularly coming against a side like Melbourne. But Ricky had them, it just shows like they're mentally tough this year.
Do you think, a couple of teams like Panthers in 03, Tigers 05, where they jump out of the pack and catch fire at the right time of you, do you think the Raiders have something like that?
Well, Coop, I would say a fortnight ago, I felt that this young Raiders side, the Raiders side, they've got some experienced blokes, but I thought they're still 12 months away from being a serious contender. I'm starting to change my mind now.
It's probably why they wanted Jamal Fogarty to hang around for 12 months, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
they probably thought the same thing. But I'll tell you what, they are doing all the right things to bang down the door of
teams who
finals.
Teams who win comps out of nowhere, and you just said too, Panthers in 03 now. Going into 03, a lot of people had Panthers to get the wooden spoon. I think the year before they were right toward the bottom. Might have been second last, I forget. But no one gave them a chance. Tigers in 05, very, very similar. Is the fact they came out of nowhere. Now, the thing that the Raiders share in common with those sides, if they've got a crop of just young blokes coming through that are on the up, they're a fast team and they play with a unique style. That's what they share with the Tigers and the Panthers. And you have to have a unique style. If you're going to win a competition out of nowhere and surprise everyone, you've got to have that unique style of football.
Yeah, and when I reference the Panthers, the makeup of that forward pack, Panthers outside backs that they had to win that comp. Craig Gower was the key, Jamal Fogarty. I think Ricky knows that he's got a good team there. But I think it's probably come a couple of weeks forward and he's gone, well, hold on a minute, I might have a team that could win this comp.
It's funny, isn't it, Coops? Like, I saw Ricky after the game and the team and Ricky was really emotional after the game, that important win. And there's one school of thought that says, hey, come on, boys, let's keep a lid on it. But there's the other school of thought to say, mate, we're growing in belief. Let's just go with this.
Well, big game this week. Raiders Dogs.
Raiders Dogs, 1v2.
1v2.
In Canberra, 3 p.m. They're missing some key men. They have been as well. And they're losing Preston for this week. They're missing some key men. And you can see that, yesterday, their attack has been the best. But yesterday, I reckon Serraldo will sit down on the tape and said, we played against a Titans side that were, below full strength, and we conceded 18 points. That part of it would disappoint him. I thought Crichton was incredible yesterday, he and Carraz.
The Raiders and Dogs, I'm going to put 2 parts to both teams in terms of where this game is won and lost. I think the Raiders, with that sort of young and youthful edge defence, I'm talking Timoko and Seb Crisp, they need to have their best defensive performance, because if they don't stop Kiko on the left and Crichton on the right, the Dogs will win, right? On the flip side, I think the Dogs' defence through the middle needs to stop Tarpany, Papali. Starling has been very good off the back of those guys' momentum. So I think there's 2 parts defensively that both teams need to nail. If one doesn't, the opposition wins.
Got a lot of blokes similar, like Ethan Strange. It's funny with Ethan, because I saw, when you look at him, he appears small in stature, but when you actually, see him,
he's a big body.
Yeah, he's a big body, very, very strong. Got that sweet left foot.
That left side of him and Hudson Young.
Geez, Hudson's playing good football.
Yeah, and Crichton is the best centre in the game, best defensive centre. And they're gonna. You said if a team jumps out to win a competition, they need to have a point of difference with their attack or something different that catches teams out. If you're going to beat Stephen Crichton, Hudson Young is probably the key to that, because he has this risky, flary play that could just be that point of difference that they need. Just
on Crichton, I was talking to Brandy yesterday, we were watching the game, and Crichton had the ball set, and he's got that sweet left foot. Daryl Halligan said to Brandy, of all the blokes he's coaching at the moment, Crichton is by far the best goal kicker, which is saying something. Daryl's coached some of the very best, or is, including Nathan Cleary, and he said Crichton's number 1. And I see he's taken, Burton's coming back, but I believe that Crichton will hang on to the goal kicking.